Yo, welcome to the Board Blender show. I just got hit up by a fan walking down the street and do my own thing. Here we go. Yo, that's what's up, homies. LA forever. Well, congratulations, Rams. Champions of the NFL world. Let's get into this. What's going on, Eddie? And we're back home. It was a long night. I got some footage there, and the Uplander lifestyle just took over. Let's get into what we have. Yeah? Let's do it. In the collections department, we were able to complete a number of collections. Thank you to the Buckers that purchased some development homes for Spark Week. All right. Upland, the platform may have some issues, but be patient and it'll get processed. You can go ahead and screenshot one way or another when you do level up or you are given the notice to level up. We'll see how they fix it, but I know they'll be able to fix it. I'm confident in the platform. Collections. We were able to complete Venice, Echo Park, which is a nice surprise. We found a great location. Pot, yeah. I love the theme we got going on here. It's a lifestyle. So Echo Park, we were able to finish Los Feliz and the crown in that one. We have two actually. We have the Pink Elephant Liquor Store, which is a marked property, and it's really cool. It's actually really pink, and they have a great neon sign outside. I will be taking pictures of it, creating some really nice NFTs that we can all share and enjoy. Now, Palisades is going to be a good one. That's going to be, remember I said, this is our yield farm. North LA is yield farming. Sherman Oaks was fun. Because we were able to get, the crazy Jeff Goldblum. I love that guy. His little pad up in the hills there. There are a few other celebrities actually on that side that people also do own. So, yeah. It was a fun time. The collections were off. I think I spoke about that, which, enough on Discord. I think we can do better on the Upland development side, to be able to understand the culture. Again, it's not a racial thing. I mean, we're gonna find multi-diversity ethnically and racially through all these cities that we find. But there are certain things about those cultures that become fabric in that city, right? The collections, unfortunately, showed a side of Los Angeles that is an unfortunate stereotype that we have to live by, right? That it's all West Side and nice homes, movie stars, bars, stuff like that. The culture really also does rest outside of that and is heavily influenced. Like, mind you, think about, media that we have coming out of LA, the music. It's all influenced by the cultures and yes, the races that participate in those cultures. But the hip hop culture, it's multiracial, right? But it was still born out of the South Central, out of Watts, so on and so forth. The same thing with the Latino culture. Boyle Heights, San Pedro, we're long-standing dock workers along with the immigrants here. And none were given a collection. The Croatians, the Ukrainians, Armenians, I mean, maybe they'll be saving it for Glendale, who knows? But anyhow, on to the next. With the way the BUC strategy is working, we have a number of pieces that we're probably, gonna find really high-end replacements for. So if you didn't hear, we did trade our first. I don't know, Buck, you gotta take this one. It's too hard.
Hey, yo, what do you think of this meta skin I'm trying out? Thank you, Funko, for the skins. So JC proposed trading our University of Berkeley School of Business for this bad boy right here. Double the yields in the West Village. I know a good deal, or they don't call me the Buck.
Thanks, Buck. Anyhow, yeah, we got rid of Berkeley, but man, we got into Manhattan. Like, the prices dipped because people are trying to be liquid to buy into LA, but dude, we're in Manhattan. Buck is in Manhattan. We're in the West Village at that, and the property spoke to me above the yields. If you saw the screens here you go. I'll show you the yield differences. Say we doubled our yield. But also, this is what I mean by value plus. If you zoom in, right? The ground floor businesses, next door is the art bar. Come on, I'm an artist. How am I going to look at that and be like, you're talking to me? And it's the Van Gogh cleaners, right? And there's the West Village newsstand and smoke shop. Two of my favorite things. So yeah. LA turned out to be perfect. I'm still enjoying, finding the gems. The pot store is it's great. And I love the fact that in multi-languages, they're like, we're not a dispensary. Now on to the next. What's up with Buck? Buck, you want to tell us what's coming up in the future?
Yo, yeah, so everybody take a look over here. We got this one coming up, the NFL PA Legit store on Bronson Hill. We got the finishing of the High Court Node, and to come, the PEDRO HQ for Buck.
We're back. Okay. So, thanks, Buck. Yeah, that's where we're at. We're gonna start build. We're gonna start developing a lot. The San Pedro node, High Court is done, y'all. Give it up. Thank you to everybody that participated. Thank you to the Sparkies that worked with me and all the glitches, with PayPal and Wax and all of that to get you paid. Right? Let's work together to build an economy. Let's do this. But also, Buckers, be generous with your Spark with Buck and the Buckers around us. If you have nothing going on, if you do, remember you have probably some Spark banked with us. So get your reference code or your discount code, for the website. Find your build and let's build fast. Because if you use your credit, which is 20% off, paid members, okay, and those that have like large Spark Buck credits, if you compile them all together, you can get up to 20% off, right? So, go submit on the website your build. You can purchase it either through Wax. It sends me a notice, and then it sends you an address of where to send the Wax payment. But the notice begins to schedule you, okay? Because remember, we got to pump these out at between 4 to 8 days. Pump them out quickly. Drop $40, drop $100 to get that build going, and we'll slam it with a bunch of with a bunch of Spark, to build. All right, let's do this. Let's get San Pedro built. I got the apartment started for BUC HQ. So what's going on next? Let's get into the different businesses that we're reaching out to first. Now, we have very good interest with this Buck owned or Bucker owned property. They are looking to possibly partner up. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Chip. He's the owner. I'm gonna email him and already introduced the idea. He's very receptive. Branding is a thing that is a universal language in business, right? Right? Everybody knows a brand, sees a brand, you know, an image, a logo, stuff like that. So he understands the value of my service, our service, to bring his brand into Upland through BUC stores. That's what's up, right? On the website, let's get through that. BUC got us through Future Talk. Let's get to the website. On the website, you can already do your Spark parking. I fixed the glitch with a decimal point. Sorry about that. It just, coding issues. That's fixed. You can, but start it with a 0. Now remember, max Spark park is 0.1. Okay, and we will double that. Okay, so you park 0.1, we'll double it to 0.2, banked in Sparkbucks, in your Sparkbucks account. And those parts will be available by the end of the month. It's a lot more programming because I have to build an individual server to hold your information, basically. So it's confidential. Like you log in, like any other bank. We're not a bank. We don't have any fiduciary responsibility other than to return what we've promised to return, as in refunded sends or, BUC node buying in credits. So anybody that's bought a BUC node or BUC community, property, you have about 5,000 K started up in your BUC account. And we'll go ahead and distribute that starting March 1st. With your monthly BUC UPX bombs. That's how we do, man. This is a club. We're club members. We club it up in this place. So, big man's, I can happily say, is we're gonna reach out to the business number 1, business number 2, and 3 are gonna be in Nashville, because I want to have something already kind of in place for when I make my way out that way this summer. Yeah, hopefully gonna bring you those VR concerts by the end of the year. Might be 18 months because of the amount of server capacity and rendering that we have to do. But we're gonna try to get them to you ASAP. The augmented cards do go out for 20. I like that, right? Yeah. It'll be part of the loot crate that will have some Uplanded themed stuff. I'm not gonna say I'm taking their brand in any way and merchandising it and sending it to you. I'm saying it'll be themed, kind of in the color scheme, cartoon scheme that you're familiar with. We're Uplanders. We're proud of that, but we're also bored, right? Between cities. And so we got, we want to have things to do, things to collect. And the AR cards are one. We're going to have the 3D Block Explorer printouts coming soon. Definitely by the end of summer, we'll start pumping those out. 3D print your Block Explorer for your desktop or for your collectible shelf. Do it. That's going to be so awesome. Can you imagine? People are like, the fuck is that? And you'll be like, oh, let me tell you. Take a seat. And then boom, you recruit a new Uplander and a new Bucker at that. Get them to sign up to a BUC membership. It's easy. I have it set up through either properties. You can buy a property with a building on it and get a BUC membership. You can do it that way. We've traded properties. Yeah, we did that too. We have a bunch of channels. Okay, go ahead and participate in all of them if you want, and none of them if you want to. As long as you sign up, participate in the community Spark building programs, then we can go ahead and leave you as anonymous as you want to be. Now, for Node San Pedro, the BUC community here the BUC community that we're building here. We're starting off with the first property is the apartment that's has 8 living spaces. Yeah. And then this would be different levels of kind of like how Upland has San Francisco City Hall, like straight up administrative stuff that is uber exclusive. I think in my gallery for sure, if not probably next at the property next door that we have. I think I'll probably reserve that for just my real art gallery, where you'll be able to buy not only my art, but I do have a really nice collection of art that I don't mind sharing with y'all. And, we'll turn them into NFTs and ship them out to you. Yeah, with purchase. I got a cool Banksy print from Dismayland. Excuse me, Dismayland. Yeah, Maybe that can be one of the NFT, artworks that you're able and will be able to get through the Bored Uplander Club. We already have some art pieces of mine being sold for charity. Now, Buckers, when you can, we're going to have a long lull. The next few cities you might not want to get into, or you will. It'll be piecemeal cherry picking, right? Because really, outside of maybe Miami, Boston, right? Philly, Pittsburgh, outside of those cities, a lot of the other ones are going to be tier 2, tier 3, where, like with Bakersfield and Fresno, you'll be able to get your flips, but the player base has to keep growing, and that's where our responsibility comes in. I'll talk about that a little bit later too. But for now, let's work on some videos. So we're going to do the buildings here. We have one on Kickoff from Phoenix Finney. We'll have the 3 business ones started as soon as Coffee, Knives, and Phoenix Finney all are able to stake and start their build there. And then we'll golden. We'll have a row started up here. Once this apartment is done, we'll get started with another one just down the street that has a tattoo studio that I've already spoken to, the owner, who's an avid NFT collector. Yeah. And as part of the sponsorship, he's not only going to be able to hopefully work out some designs to be rendered as NFTs, but who knows, maybe he'll be able to be generous with the BUC community and share some of his collectibles as prizes, or put them up for sale or for auction exclusively on the BUC website. Yeah, all responsibility. As Buckers, please understand, okay, and I'm telling you now, you're an NFT trader, okay? This isn't a game. If you want to play an NFT game and that, makes you money and it can be very lucrative on the secondary market, yeah, get into Sandbox, get into Axie, get into Decentraland. Those are games. Those are fully developed, gamified platforms. In this case, this is an NFT trading platform, very similar to the Bored Ape Yacht Club, similar to CryptoPunks, okay? And you have to remember, none of those got popular because the creators or some corporate entity pumped them. Nah, it was the holders pumping the fuck out of them, to the point where they are high-end collectible items, okay? That's what we need to do. That's what the beginning of this whole video was about, is pumping the brand, the Bored Uplander Club, Upland, for new participants. And you'll hear me talk about it later in other videos. Remember, this is a lifestyle, right? It's about the way we think of investments and the way we think about the way the future of technology is going to go, right? It's a waiting game. It's patience. Like, we have to be patient with the platform to eventually develop the meta ventures for everybody, blah, 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 so on and so forth, right? So let's be patient with how this matures. If you've had conversations with me on Discord, I've been 100% open and honest that this is at best a 5-year plan, and in reality, a 10-year plan. Okay, the metaverse is not going to be around really for 10 more years. If you look at the Block Explorer stores, if you look at what the legit stores at the stadiums, all of these things are nothing but NFT trading or NFT minting platforms, right? I mint it at the store, then I take it to a secondary market coming up. BUC is building one. That's one of our builds here as part of Spark Week celebration. Leatherheads, pump it. Whoever's at Upland, it's a great name and a great concept. We'll be only selling Walter Payton Award winners. Check this address's street view. Anyhow, that being said, you know, the platform has to mature, so we're going to be trading these NFTs. I'm buying some legits so that I can have them to put them on there. I'm going to consign some of them so you can put them up for sale at this place. I'm building a townhouse, so it'll have 3 floors where I'll have my legits, you can have your legits, and so on and so forth. We'll have 3 of them up for, or 2 up for grabs to rent. You know what? I might build one of them down the road just to give away. Train of thought. Okay. We build San Pedro, right? For the next, let's go 60 days, right? Whatever city does come up, go light. Go half of whatever you spent in LA. Okay? Build up. Still keep selling your LAs, still keep selling your Berkeleys, your San Franciscos, your Manhattans. Keep building up that liquidity. Because by the end of the year, I'm calling it here, February 15th, 2022. By the end of the year, we're going to have an international release. Probably going to be more expensive than Los Angeles. Mind you, Los Angeles is big and expensive. We get it. That's what Los Angeles is. I was telling everybody, imagine 3 Manhattans. And that's what we're looking at, right? We have Manhattan prices in North LA, but really only in the Palisades, Brentwood, and Bel Air, right? Then we have a Manhattan in the Hollywood, Larchmont, Windsor Square, that whole cluster, of a collection. And then you have the 3rd Manhattan, which are the street collections, right? I mean, it's insane. I've seen some prices that are pretty crazy, but also some good bargains. There's still some collections able to be farming. Minted. Remember, they are pricey, but look at the yields, right? As a group, your paid membership and other NFTs that you purchase go to this yield farming, and then we just share it right back with you. ROI on our membership, just on the yield farming alone, by year's end, should be about a year and a half. We'll be, sharing as a club, as a, membership, as a buck, as a community, bringing small businesses, medium-sized businesses into Upland through the BUC. But I do have to let you know, and again, full disclosure, you've talked to me before on Discord. I pump small businesses hard, local businesses. That's why I want to go to all these upland cities and actually find these real locations, these real small businesses, and give them an extra avenue of revenue. What we're doing is no different than pretty much e-commerce that they do already, right? We'll just be selling their logos as NFTs or as, or their, little brand or cartoon brand as NFTs. Funko, everybody's gotten a Funko Pop NFT from me. Boom, stuff like that. Like, quality stuff that Upland would be proud to put on their community page. Put us on your community page. To know that we're out there doing that we're reaching out to these local small businesses bringing them to Upland for Uplanders by bored Uplanders. All right, y'all. Sorry for the delay in this video. Thank you for joining me. This is a long one. You know, the future is now. Mint hard, but mint smart. Find those value pluses. The collections are still there. Take your time. Use Google Maps. Use Google Earth if you have to. Find. I like, you know, ArtNet has art maps that you can access of these, whether it be Oakland, Alameda, Nashville, Chicago, you know, Staten Island, whatever it is, LA. Okay, you can utilize those and use the value plus method to find those cool properties. Even if it's a home, take an appreciation, an artistic eye to its aesthetic. These are NFTs. The Bored Ape, the CryptoPunk, all of these NFTs have an aesthetic value. Maybe not to you, but to everybody that holds them and to people that will pay $5,000 for them. Right, Buck? Buck, take us out. Thank you, everybody, again. See you. Buck up.
Kato on the track, yeah.